Hey now, here we are looking at the PECTICHO electric pressure washer, 3500 PSI power pressure washer. And here's how it looks from the front. That's the power pressure hose connected to the front, and here's the regular garden hose connected to the back. And I'm just going to run over here and turn the water on. Doopy-doopy-doo, real fast. You turn it on, it primes up for a minute, or a few seconds that is, really, and then it stops. That means it's primed, ready to go. Just go over and pick up the magic blaster and pull the trigger. Now this is how everything started out, and then after applying just a few minutes of pressure to it, it looked like that. It looked pretty nice. This is me after drinking a lot of coffee and getting on it. I went ahead and I didn't use the soap bottle. I just used a brush. It was just a little chilly outside and I didn't want to get overly involved in it. But I did want to show how well it worked. It's pretty good. It's not bad. It's got a lot of pressure in it. And that's how nice it came out looking. I can't be sad about that.
Now here's another thing. It's really backwards and useless in a sense. You can see it's got unlock and lock. Okay, and that's operated with this toggle button here, so when you want to not have to hold this thing all the time and just kind of hold it like you would a gas pump, you think you'd want to flip that on. Doesn't do anything. Nothing. Well, that's because it's not for that. It's supposed to be a child safety lock. Okay, so you put the lock on and ooh, okay, so it doesn't work for a kid. It'll pretty much take a kid like, I don't know, no less than a minute to figure it out. You pick it up and be like, oh, crap, this isn't working. Look around, why isn't it what's this? Right in his little brother's eye. So it's the person's I mean, I guess it's the manufacturer trying to do something to prevent injury and that sort of thing, because in this day and age, when you got idiots who won't take responsibility for their own actions and they won't make sure their kids know not to touch their stuff, as far as an adult using this thing, or even if you teach your kid how to use it, and they're going to clean up a sidewalk or something for you, this is useless. Their little hands will be like, I'm tired of squeezing this, Daddy. There's not really anywhere to store your extra nozzles and things like that. I mean, I found these rubberized holes here, and that I got to fit into it, and then I attempted to use put this one into this hole, and it caused the rubber gasket to cave in. So I mean, there's this thing, and I don't know. You can kind of make this go in there. Really kind of makes. Oh, sorry for. It doesn't go in there properly. I mean, it'll go in there like that, and it kind of stays, but it's just kind of stupid. Why isn't there something? Like you have with a vacuum cleaner, you have attachments, places to hold things, and I mean, there's no place to really. Just gotta rewrap it up with the with your cord there, or I got some Velcro downstairs, and I'll put that around there for a quicker tie-up. But okay, and I'm assuming that perhaps the hose gets wrapped around here, but there's nothing to wrap it under like you would with a cord to a vacuum cleaner. So what is it, just hang loose? I don't know. It's a bit disappointing on that part. Okay, I was able to figure a workaround on here. The high pressure hose does wind up. It keeps its form, which makes it kind of difficult to deal with when you're using it, because it keeps wanting to wind back up again, and so you have to keep twisting and turning the thing to keep it straight as much as you can. It never completely straightens out, but it does wind back up pretty nicely like this, and then you can hang it on the back of this hook here. As far as the power cable, what I did was took out one of the links, or one of the links that it was folded over, tied it back up with a tie, and I'll get a Velcro like I said before, and then just slide it through here, and you know, it holds on rather nicely that way. So I can't complain about that. My biggest complaint is there's not really anywhere to put these nozzles. At least nothing that, see, that just falls right out. You know, a good bump and it's just going to fall out. So I don't know what they're thinking with that. And this one, like I said, I tried pushing it in there in that hole, and it just made the gasket collapse. So that's not so good, yeah. Oh, and before anybody says just put it on at the end of the wand, well, there's how close it is. Can you see that? I'll turn it this way. That's how close. It's maybe an inch away, and you know, this is that much longer, you know, so you'll be scraping the ground if you roll this around. Yeah, made a rhyme. Yeah, I have to figure something out how to put this on here. I don't know, maybe it'll lay there. All right, so the only thing I can figure is to put it there. I don't even understand what that's for. There's nothing in the manual about that, so I just don't get it. Anyway, that sit there for now. Of course, as soon as I guess it stays there, kind of, sort of. Any of the ways. So I'm gonna go put this thing away.
Bye-bye.